Hey guys, we're here in Miss Evans's kitchen again. I'm doing braised chicken today to show you guys exactly how to do this process and to use it for your chicken soup. Alright, so braising chicken is relatively easy. You do have to have a really hot skillet. Again, cast iron is probably one of the best things I love to use. And it is great for being able to braise your chicken at the same time because you don't have to transfer your chicken to another container. So we're actually using this cast iron here. It's a 12-inch cast iron. We're using it as the braising vessel itself and to also give it a good sear. So what you want to make sure your eyes are on relatively about medium to high heat. You don't want anything crazy high. And then you are going to coat it with oil and let it get to a little bit of a smoking point. So smoking point means it is going to actually smoke. It's the burning point of the oil itself. I used extra virgin olive oil and I can see it's actually smoking a little bit right now. So I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit until we're ready. So with your chicken thighs, you're going to do a dry rub seasoning. So I have got a little bit of poultry seasoning here. I'm just going to do a little bit, just kind of dust it on there. All right, I'm going to do that with all of my chicken. And in this step, make sure you have one hand that is touching all the chicken that's raw, one hand that is touching the ingredients like the spices, because you don't want to cross-contaminate. Alright, so you're flipping your chicken upside down, getting the underside as well. Alright. Okay, so a little poultry seasoning there. Alright, then I'm going to do some onion powder. And again, you can actually mix all of these together. It's about, I would do about a tablespoon of each. Just mix them all together, have a nice little spice rub blend. And this could be your braising chicken blend. You know, that way you're not having to open up every single package. Which I probably should have done that first before I started this video. But that's okay, we're learning. So, alright, so a little bit of sprinkle of that there. I've got some chili powder. Now I like chili powder because not only the flavor, but it also gives it some good color as well. Paprika does the same thing. So you can use a little bit of smoked paprika. That's probably one of the best spices to use. I love smoked paprika. Very, very good. Very awesome. Okay. Alright, and then a little bit of onion powder here. We used garlic powder first. I'm going to do onion powder next. Okay. Again, making sure you're coating the entire chicken thigh or chicken breast that you're using. Okay. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to do a little bit of salt. And as you can see, my pan is starting to smoke, so it is at the point of smoking. Alright. So now you guys are going to take your chicken thigh with the dirty hand that you've been using. And you're going to do it the fat side down. Alright. And as you can see, the chicken's already starting to cook. And it will actually start to join, just start to constrict together as all of that is starting to cook. Yay. Alright, looks like we only have room for 3, so we're just going to roll with 3. 4th one we can save for another day. Alright, so once you guys sear this on this first side to get it a nice, beautiful sear. You are going to flip it on the other side, sear it again. This will take, I mean, it just depends on how hot your skillet is. I would say anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. It may take a little bit longer, but you're looking for just a really nice caramelization on that skin. And I'm going to show you guys how that looks in a minute, okay? Alright guys, as you can see, we have let this sear for a little while. And you're looking for that beautiful caramelization of that skin right there. That's what you're looking for. Alright, let's see if any of our, yes, our birds are doing beautiful. Alright, this one in the back, let's see, it looks like it needs to be rotated. So what you're going to do, you're going to rotate the chicken around, because there's obviously going to be one part of your chicken, or one part of your pan that is hotter than the other. You know, depending on what pan you're using. Obviously, I'm using a very large pan. I do have this back eye on just to give me some residual heat back there. So. But yeah, but I'm going to let this one sear here up in the front and let it get a little more crispy before I flip it over, okay? And then as you can see in this skillet back here, what I have back here is a quart of turkey stock. You can use chicken stock, you can use vegetable stock, beef stock, however, obviously you want to stick with poultry because poultry has the same flavor. So what we are doing is we're going to heat that stock, and it's going to go in as our braising liquid, and it's going to go into the oven, and I'll show you how that works here in just a minute. Hi guys, as you can see, I've cut up some leeks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw these leeks in on the sides of where the chicken is. And this is just going to be for flavor. This really isn't going to be for anything else. Now, some braises that I've seen done, they will have sear off the chicken. They'll put the chicken back on a plate. Again, this chicken is not fully done at all. All you're doing is searing it and getting that flavor out. And then what they will do is they will caramelize their vegetables. If it is potatoes, if it's carrots, if it's you know, leeks or turnips, you know, just really hearty vegetables that can be cooked into a liquid. And that can be braised with it, something that gives it a little aromatic flavor. And they will put cheesecloth on top. They'll put their vegetables on top of the actual meat, or the meat on top, either or. And then they will take the cheesecloth and they will pull it up. And they will take all of the vegetables off because they just want the vegetables for flavor, not to actually be eating. And then all of those juice and the caramelization and the wonderfulness of those vegetables and flavor will be in the braising liquid itself and flavor your chicken or your meat or whatever you're using. So since we're not doing that, I'm just throwing in some leeks because I had them left over, and I'm just kind of, you know, just going to cook them with the chicken just a little bit. Again, they're more for flavor than anything else. Now, I have got my chicken seared the way that I want to on both sides. So as you can see, it's nice and crispy on both sides. All right, then I'm going to now add the liquid of the stock. Find my oven mitts. Oh, they're there. Oh, I'll get them. All right, so now we're adding the liquid that has been heated. And that's okay. You can now turn the eye off. That's exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for the heat to be, of the liquid to be exactly the same. If you pour cold stock on top of this, what would happen is it would drop temperature. You would not have a perfectly balanced braising liquid. When it drops the temperature, it does the slow cooking process of your chicken, meaning that your chicken is already at a temperature to be cooked, and us adding the hot liquid keeps it to where it's at the same temperature. So when we put it in the 400-degree oven, so you guys make sure that your ovens are set at 400 degrees, then you are going to use a lid. You can actually use a piece of foil instead of a lid, and you are going to place this big thing into the oven, and it will cook for, I mean, I do mine for an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. Because when you check it, so I'm going to show you guys what to do when you check it. You're wanting to take your tongs and you're wanting to peel that bone off of the meat. You're wanting it to where it's so tender and so easy, you're literally just picking the chicken off of itself. So that's what you're looking for, okay? We're going to come back and check on this in about 45 minutes. Alright guys, it has been actually, we set our first timer for 45 minutes. The next timer we set it for 15. So it's actually been a good, a little over an hour. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see if this chicken is done, alright? Look at that. That is beautiful. So you can see the leeks have broke down and they have added to the beautiful, just the beautifulness that's in here. So what you're looking for is you're going to take a pair of tongs, you're going to grab this chicken thigh, and if it just peels off just like that, you see how the bone is literally just coming out of the chicken? That's perfect. That's your braised chicken right there. Alright, you're going to let that sit, guys, probably for a good 10 or 15 minutes. You want to let it cool off. And you can use the drippings, the sauce right here. You can strain this. You can turn it into a gravy. You guys saw how I made the bechamel last week. You guys could actually add that as some of your liquid to the bechamel. You could even strain this down. You can make it into a stock dressing. You could do anything you guys want to do with that. But definitely save it. It's always good to add to your stock or add to a soup, add just a little bit of that flavor. But the chicken fat that's all in here is so good for you. Again, you need to have fat in your diet to process your vitamins. So, but all right, guys. Well, that is Miss Evans's braised chicken, and I hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all later.